The siren's wail pierced the pre-dawn quiet, a familiar sound for Officer Miller and his partner, Officer Davis, as their patrol car sliced through the deserted highway.
Another routine night shift in the sprawling outskirts of the city. Suddenly, a flash of movement in their rearview mirror. A dog. Not just any dog, but a scruffy, medium-sized hound running with a desperate, tireless energy they'd never witnessed. It was gaining on them.
"You seeing this, Miller?" Davis grunted, eyes wide. "That dog is chasing us." Officer Miller, initially annoyed, watched the spectacle unfold. The dog, its fur matted with dirt, ears flapping wildly, seemed to be pouring every ounce of its being into keeping pace. It wasn't just running, it was pleading. Its eyes, even from a distance, seemed to hold a desperate urgency, darting between the cruiser and something unseen behind it. It barked, a hoarse, broken sound that carried even over the hum of the engine. Miles passed, 5, then 10, then 15. The dog didn't give up. Its gait grew weary, but its resolve burned brighter. "This is insane," Miller muttered, slowing the cruiser. "It's clearly trying to tell us something." Against protocol, driven by an unshakable instinct, Miller pulled the patrol car to the shoulder. The moment the wheels stopped, the dog didn't hesitate. It didn't approach cautiously for a pat or sniff. Instead, it circled the front of the car once, let out a piercing yelp, and then, with an almost frantic urgency, bolted towards a dense patch of overgrown woods flanking the road, glancing back every few steps as if to ensure they were following. The officers exchanged a look. This wasn't a lost pet. This was a desperate messenger. They grabbed their flashlights and followed. The dog, despite its exhaustion, led them deeper into the tangled undergrowth, its frantic barks now tinged with a soft whine. It pushed through thorny bushes, its body scraping, ignoring the pain. They followed, their boots crunching on dry leaves, the beam of their flashlights dancing ahead. After what felt like an eternity, the dog stopped abruptly at the edge of a deep, forgotten drainage ditch, partially hidden by fallen branches and thick brambles. It stood at the precipice, whimpering, nudging its nose towards the dark abyss. Officer Miller shone his light down. The beam cut through the gloom, revealing a sight that instantly silenced the forest and knotted their stomachs. At the bottom, barely visible amongst discarded debris and murky water, was a small, overturned cooler, and beneath it, a tiny, shivering pile of new life. 5, maybe 6 newborn puppies, their eyes still sealed, huddling together for warmth against the cold, damp earth. Their mother, the courageous hound who had chased them for miles, had somehow managed to dislodge the heavy cooler enough to offer them a sliver of shelter, but it wasn't enough. One tiny whimper rose from the pile, a sound so fragile it threatened to break their hearts. The mother dog looked up at them, her desperate eyes now filled with a glimmer of fragile hope. Her body trembled, not just from exhaustion, but from the immense relief that help had finally arrived. She had risked everything, run herself to the brink simply to save her helpless young. The rescue was slow and careful. Miller, a father himself, carefully climbed into the ditch. Davis handed him blankets from the patrol car. One by one, the tiny, helpless pups were lifted to safety, their mother nudging them gently, licking them clean, her tail giving tiny, weak thumps of gratitude. The last one out was the brave mother dog, collapsing softly onto the soft blanket, surrounded by her miraculously safe litter. Back at the station, the story spread like wildfire. The dog, affectionately named Hero by the officers, and her puppies were immediately taken to the local animal shelter for care. Within days, the local community rallied. Offers of food, blankets, and forever homes poured in. Hero, once a desperate stray, became a symbol of unwavering maternal love and extraordinary courage. Her tireless chase wasn't just for Miles. It was a desperate plea for a second chance, a lifeline for her innocent babes. And as the last puppy found its loving home and Hero herself settled into a warm, comfortable life, the officers understood. It wasn't just a dog chasing a police car. It was life calling out for help through the purest instinct of love. It was a stark reminder that courage comes in all forms, and that sometimes the most profound messages are delivered not in words, but in the desperate, unwavering pursuit of hope. This was a story not just about rescue, but about being seen, about believing in the extraordinary, and about the profound, unyielding power of love to guide us even in the darkest of times.